Alright, I wish you a now cover so called Edinburgh Possible TV. So, and every day you can hear Possible TV. I best show self no watch video. No, should you like a comment and subscribe. Maybe this are domination into Yakoba domain. Na Yahusia, when you say Possible TV GHD, the candidate here for a mayon say more a chabu my gun and moon and second the heading. You know, so far so good. You all have been very good to us for always taking time or wasting your data watching our videos. And when I say anytime, any day, the genuine audio. And I say updates be the you be making sure say no criminal can see back we are drop when you said the more remittance we
part of the taxes that we came, we're taking some off.
The things you accuse other people of, everybody, I mean, politics is a game where you make promises and then you come into power and do what you want.
Nanado's government for taking off 15 different types of taxes, including VAT. You remember, you're not talking about that one too.
I'm not the political.
No. You are always interested in the negativity. You are not even talking about the positive sides. 15 different types of taxes, including VAT, were taken off by Akufo's government. And you're not talking about that one. And you should commend him for what he has done.
But you know that I cannot do your PR for you.
You are not doing a PR, but why are you interested in only negative?
Because we're supposed to hold you to account.
Oh please, you need to be fair. But as journalists, you need to be fair and balanced.
So you're accusing me of being not.
No, but you are not being fair. Really? You are not being fair to me. You're only interested in the negative and no, and we've done this and we've done that and we've done that. It's not being fair. But at least you need to acknowledge the fact that
you're here to promote yourself. Why do I promote you for you?
No, but I need to draw your attention to it because the angle you are going, you want to paint the government black, and I'm not satisfied, and I'm not comfortable. Naganale. Oh yes.
You need to put your glasses on.
So clearly,
you need to put wrongly.
I'm not seeing wrongly. What am I seeing wrongly?
Put your glasses on.
So clearly, when you have a nation with debt servicing over 70 to 75%, and you have government compensation close to about 25%, 90%, all the revenue that has come, how much is left for you to do capex, capital expenditure? And the demands of this country continue to increase.
So what's the solution?
The solution is that we need to think outside the box. How do you generate revenue? How do you generate it? So paying something small is very essential. Let me give you an example.
For the E-levy. Is that correct?
Of course, why not? We need to think aloud. Look at these people who are building, or we go to Adentang, Ashalibuche, Frafraha, and all over places. You have these artisans all over these places. You see them charging exorbitant fees. Nobody pays something into the government kitty. Are you happy? So how do you reach people to make sure they contribute something? Some of these people are paid through Momo. Sometimes their principals are abroad, they are elsewhere, and they need materials. They send them money, and they charge serious fees. They don't pay kobo, nothing into government, coffers. So if we are saying that, look, we need to do something and sacrifice and do some of these things small to better our lives. We say we don't want it. I'm happy today is Eid. And Eid Mubarak to all my Muslim brothers across the country and sisters. When you go into the zakat, in the Quran, in the zakat, in the Muslim sect, they talk about levies. They talk about levy, how they can levy themselves in the mosques to promote the good things in the mosque. Every Friday, when they go to Juma, there's somebody with a plate in his hand. When the Imam finish the prayers and the preaching, they call something fi sabilillah. Contributing something small into the plate for the development of the mosque. Religious there in our churches. The tithes that we pay, the Kofi and Nama that we pay, and all those harvests that we do, men's fellowship, women's fellowship, youth fellowship, and all those things, is a way of living ourselves in the church. So if the government has come and is saying that, without due respect to my people, there's a need for us to think outside the box, to find a way to generate additional money. And people are talking about it. We don't need to fight it. We need to take our time and explain for them to understand.
The argument is the payroll is Ghana broke.
So, sitting here, how will I know that Ghana is broke? But before you agree,
money to pay for all these things.
That is why the finance minister will not rush. And I'm surprised that the former president is calling for the head of the finance minister to be sacked. I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed in Mr.
Mahama. One of these political judges.
Please, I'm disappointed in him. In his mess, what he did at the growth of 3.7%, did he dismiss anybody? Did he sack any of his people? Give Akufo-Addo the space to help him to take us out of this challenge that we are facing. He's not running away from it. He's not running away from it. He's facing it head on. And as a government, as a president, it is our duty to help him to take us out of this. Rashid Purple.
Let's get some messages.
Remember, Rashid Purple, was this fight for employment. He said graduates, when you had gone unemployment guidance association, he said they should go and cut weeds and go and sell. Then we should go and what? Be cracking stones and sell at the wayside. This is what he said. Mama said he's not a magician. You remember? He said he's not a magician to create jobs. Today he said what? You think we don't know what you did?
What did he do?
I know qualable nyogobi.
Anything.
I know qualable. You wouldn't know your record.
Let's take some messages. The argument is that while money is being raised through taxation, money is also leaking through corruption. And there's a 12 billion figure that has been established by the public accounts. This is money that was lost to misappropriation. What are the efforts to plug those holes?
I like this.
So that
when you come in like this, you make the discussion comfortable now. I enjoy that.
Sent to court and jailed for stealing money.
My senior judge, it's on the phone now. He's a member of the Public Accounts Committee. What has been their recommendations? Because they have all the arsenal to make sure that people are recommended for prosecution. Because that's what Parliament is supposed to do. That is their duty. I have heard the finance minister saying that 12 billion that they are talking about is not because people have siphoned the money. It's about certain debts that has not been collected, certain things that people have done that have not been done rightly.
It's still 12 billion that
you understand. So it is not a fact that people have put into their pocket they've siphoned, but some people have failed in paying some of the debts that they owe and few other things. But I think that
bottom line is that the 12 billion is not available.
So what is important?
Railways and roads.
What is important? I agree with you. The institutions of state are there. The Parliamentary Public Accounts Committee is there. They should submit their report to the President for the decision to be taken, and the people to be held, whether it is the court or whatever, they are supposed to do that. So we collect these monies from them and use and develop the country. You see, the 15 different taxes that were abolished under Akufo-Addo's government, I want to share with you and your viewers. One, we abolished 17.5% VAT NHIL taxes on real estate. We abolished 17.5% VAT NHIL on selected import medicines that are not produced locally. We abolished 17.5% VAT on financial services. We abolished import duty on importation of spare parts. We abolished 1% special import levy. Abolished 17.5% VAT on domestic airline tickets. Abolished levies on Kayaye. Reduced import duty on all excluding vehicles 50% and 30%. We reduce import duty for all goods excluding vehicles 50% and 30% respectively. Abolished duty, provided full corporate tax reduction for private universities, though plow back 100% of profit into their universities. Reduce the national electrification scheme levy from 5 to 3%. These and on and on and on and on. Replace the 17.5 VAT NHI rate on flat rate of 3% for traders. We granted capital gains tax exemption on stocks traded on Ghana Stock Exchange and public health securities approved by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Look at all these things.
Well done.
All these monies, don't you think we'll have used to do something better? But these were used to plow back into investment.
Are people feeling it in their pockets?
That is a good question. That is a good question. As a government, what we have done is how we were able to let go some of these taxes so that people will be able to plow back into the investment for government to take something small. If in all these losses, is a looking at the expenditure, looking at the debt servicing that we are doing, we are challenged. And for that matter, let us levy ourselves something small through this digital space. And people find it a problem. I feel a bit uncomfortable. But clearly, there's a good reason for all these things that's been done. Going forward.
What is the target? How much is e-levy going to raise this year? It was expected to raise about 7 billion.
Initially, yes, from what you are saying. On top of my head, I could remember about 6 point something. But because the delay in the passage of the bill into a law, that has really reduced. And naturally, you're not going to expect the same quantum of money as before. But as we progress, and we're able to use these monies judiciously, I'm sure people will have a feel of whatever we are doing.